Good morning, friends. First of all, let me share my excitement to be with you. Those who love the language of opportunity, the global language, the language of the present generation. Well, it's a nice decision to gather like this and to share our ideas in English. Actually, it's a give and take policy. While joining in this group, we can communicate each other in English and we can develop ourselves. And I think this is the need of the hour. We have to sharpen our tools because we handle the new gen yo-yo students who are much exposed to the social media and other internet applications, through which they are exposed to the language also. Yes, my dear friends, I'd like to share some great moments we had during the Let's Speak English program, the spoken English program for our students. One day we arranged a meeting with the Wonder Girl of India, Miss Janvi Panwa, who is doing her PG second year at a very early age of 17 years. And when our students interacted with her, we got a gem from Malappuram district, one Mr. Amin. He had almost all his education through the Malayalam medium, but he is that fluent in the language. And when I asked him how you achieve this mastery or command over this language, he just tell me that, "Ma'am, I'm in love with this language." Yes, friends, now we are in love with this language. So definitely we too can master this language. My dear friends, I would like to tell you one thing. Actually, I am really privileged, really honored, because I got a wonderful opportunity to interact with or to address the most brilliant, talented academicians of Malappuram district. And I'm sure through the interactive sessions, I can also develop too much from your knowledge, from the information you are going to share with us, and the friendship with you all. Thank you so much for joining this program. We should rock it. My dear friends, believe me, I got the confidence to speak in English from my first teaching experience in Noble Public School, Mancheri. Yes, I was much exposed to the language in all means. Once we stepped into the campus, we can even breathe in English. That was the only thing allowed in the campus. So everywhere I got much exposure to the language. I could listen to English and I was forced to speak in English. Survival forced me to speak in English. And gradually I too gained confidence. Thanks to that 1 year experience in an unaided English medium school where English was a must for communication. But once I stepped out of that campus, I lost the golden opportunity to use the language. Actually, working in unaided schools was such a hell according to me, but the only benefit I got was I got confidence to use the language. So I'm really thankful to that institution which gave me the confidence to speak in English. Actually, we can teach our students purely through English, but what happens actually is many of the students, sometimes the parents, and quite often the PTA and the school authorities compelled us to use Malayalam also. But I think now the scene has totally changed. Our students are much exposed to English. So nowadays I can teach them through English itself. They can understand it. So I think I have to improve my speaking and listening skills in order to compete with my students. Otherwise, survival will be dangerous. Nowadays, our students, because of exposure to the social media, have the ability to express their ideas. They have the confidence to express their ideas. And I believe it's high time that we equipped ourselves with the speaking skill. My dear friends, let me tell you 3 basic necessities that we need in order to acquire the language skills, especially the listening and speaking skills. One is, be ready to commit mistakes. Forget about whether there will be any mistake if I say something in English. Never ever think like that from today onwards. Just speak out what comes into your mind, because communication needs, the idea should be communicated. No matter whether our accent is good, whether our grammar is good, the only thing is that the idea you communicated should be transacted properly. That's the primary use of a language. So believe in that and be ready to commit mistakes. Never mind about the mistakes you may commit while you are communicating in English. That's the first thing we should have in order to become fluent speakers in English. I used to tell my students to be like children, because children are like that. They never bother about the mistakes they may commit. They utter whatever comes to their mind. They never made any screening just because of the fear that they may commit any mistake. Please adapt the same attitude in this case. Speak up whatever comes into your mind. And dear friends, the second thing, forget about the grammar for the time being, because I know all of us learned too much of grammar from our school days, then from our college and all. But that grammar never comes to our help when we want to speak fluently in English. So for the time being, please say goodbye to grammar. Actually, what pulls us back from speaking fluently and confidently in English, the thought that, oh my God, what have to be used here, has or have? Which one will be suitable here? If I use will here, shall I use can or could? Oh God, this confusion, has, have, had, may, might, can, could, shall, should. This made all the trouble in our life. I'm not saying that learning grammar is bad or not at all acceptable. Never worry about the grammaticality or the correctness of your speech. Just speak out whatever comes to your mind. Now, the third thing. Normally, when we communicate in English, 3 processes has taken place in our brain. The first thing, we think in Malayalam. Then we translate it into English. And then we speak in English. So 3 processes have been happening in our brain. Please don't trouble our brain with this much of confusion. Just think and speak at the same time. No translation is allowed. No translation is needed, because language is for us to communicate our ideas. So when an idea comes to your mind, just speak it out. Okay, so think in English and speak in English. Definitely that will improve your fluency and confidence. So these are the basic necessities for us to improve our speaking skill. And my dear friends, I believe we are all equipped with good English, good grammar, structure, amazing vocabulary. We read a lot, we write wonderfully. The only area we want to develop is our listening and speaking skills. So for that, we need nothing but practice. All other nuances of the language is with you. Practice makes our English perfect. And my dear friends, make the maximum use of the WhatsApp groups that have been created in your schools to communicate in English. No emojis, no smileys, and no text messages, only audio clips and video clips are allowed in such WhatsApp groups. We have to put a restriction on ourselves, otherwise there's a chance that we may use this or a smiley instead of saying something in English. Yes, my dear friends, communicate. That's the only way for us to have a command over the language. That will improve our confidence and fluency in the language. Let's speak English and let our friends also start speaking in English. That should be our policy while joining in this group. So come on friends, let's join our hands together in this journey of speaking English with fluency and confidence.